What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including bad news coming for WWE. WWE signs a former AEW talent. Did Matt Cardona get Chelsea Green in trouble with WWE? AEW turns down Bret Hart's offer. Seth Rollins tributes Rey Mysterio at a live event. SmackDown superstars' heartwarming interaction with a young fan, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. But now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at bad news coming for WWE. Atop of today's news is a report concerning the WWE's upcoming TV rights deal, which will expire with the USA Network and Fox very soon. Dave Meltzer commented on what he sees as a disturbing trend in TV broadcasting and how it could decrease the amount of money the WWE brings in through its TV rights deals. Meltzer discussed this on a recent Wrestling Observer Daily Update, saying, "There is a giant news story coming in from CNBC about Disney CEO Bob Iger attempting to make deals to give the NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball minority owner stakes in ESPN. The idea to me seems to be that ESPN wants to get out of the spiraling rights games by offering the key content producers points in the company with the assurance that they will stay on ESPN. This is an interesting development, but would the WWE and Endeavor offer a piece of the company as an incentive for a TV rights deal?" Meltzer moves further about the possible changes in revenue. "As we constantly talk about, the television business is rapidly changing and more people no longer get cable, and cable carriage fees and advertising declines with them. The stations will no longer have the money to pay as much for programming. This spells potential disaster for every sport, as well as the WWE, AEW, and UFC in attempts to continually get more money each negotiation period. Both the WWE and AEW are believed to be negotiating new deals, and there's a belief that AEW and Warner Bros. Discovery may already be close to finalizing a new rights deal. That partnership could cast some light on how things might play out for the WWE. If Meltzer's prediction is accurate, does this mean trouble for WWE and AEW? Consider that TV rights have become the proverbial bread and butter for the big two, with both promotions relying heavily on their rights deals for income. Indeed, Nick Khan's ability to land the WWE rights deals with the USA Network and Fox are believed to have contributed heavily to the company's turnaround. So what would happen if they lost its TV rights deal? On paper, it would be a blow and could lead to any number of changes, including roster cuts, other layoffs, and scaling back on programming. However, Nick Khan has shown an amazing ability to mine underutilized or untapped markets, as well as explore new revenue streams. Nick Khan, or Tony Khan to the lesser extent based on what we've seen from him, could find the next big thing when it comes to revenue. Longtime fans will recall how wrestling promoters had to rely on live event sales for revenue before pay-per-view opened new markets. Likewise, promoters went from having to pay stations to air their programming to having stations compete for the rights to air programs. This business is always changing, and anyone with any modicum of business acumen, and Nick Khan has repeatedly shown he's got much more than a modicum of business acumen, will pounce on any innovations that will increase the WWE's cash flow. Next up, WWE signs a former AEW wrestler. Brian Pillman Jr. recently became a free agent after AEW failed to renew his contract. However, is Brian Pillman WWE bound? Although Meltzer recently remarked that the WWE was reluctant to sign many wrestlers as it's still finalizing its merger with Endeavor, Bodyslam.net's Cassidy Haynes reports Pillman may have signed already. In an update to the situation surrounding Brian Pillman Jr. and his WWE status, sources have told me that a deal is in place or is in the process of being finalized before it can officially be signed. Sources have also indicated that Pillman Jr. will be moving to Orlando, Florida by the end of August, where he will report to NXT and begin training at the WWE Performance Center full-time. It should also be noted that Brian Pillman Jr. has cancelled non-wrestling commitments later in the year, which also had significant ties with AEW talent and coaches. The second-gen grappler talked with his fans at a recent virtual meet and greet about where he's been and what's next for him. "It's a tough business and it's a long road to the top if you want to rock and roll. Being here today and getting to reminisce about some of my past moments of my career has really cheered me up and put me in a position to where I'm excited for the future. There's a lot to come. I can't speak on it right now, it's kind of in the works. I have a huge moment, a huge opportunity coming up in my career to continue making memories, to continue coming up with new gear and ideas and sharing my version of pro wrestling with you all. Thank you for supporting me." Next up, did Matt Cardona get Chelsea Green in trouble with WWE? Fans are taking sides after indie wrestler Matt Cardona recently worked a DDT Pro Wrestling show wearing a WWE Women's Championship title. Cardona, who is married to Chelsea Green, one half of the current Women's Tag Champions, had what looked like his blushing bride's belt, with the speculation it was halfway honouring his wife's win. Some fans think it could put unnecessary heat on Green and it was a serious blunder by Cardona. However, inside users reporting, WWE has a lot of things going on and they are very important. That being said, we were told that nobody has talked about Matt Cardona's stunt with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship in DDT Pro. We were told that it's not a priority right now. But as for the belt, Chelsea Green tweeted a video informing fans that the belt her husband had is a replica and that the real belt is with her. Next up, AEW turns down Bret Hart's offer. Did AEW turn down Bret Hart's offer to help the company out? Well, that's a story being reported by Inside the Ropes, who recently tweeted, "When I recently interviewed Bret Hart for my book, he told me that he offered to agent for them, but they only wanted him to bring him in as a manager like Tully, Arn, Jake, etc. Imagine having the ability to have Bret Hart coach your talent and saying no, just be a TV character." FTR's Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood are big fans of Bret Hart and reportedly lobbied for him to be in their corner in AEW. It questioned AEW's choice of certain wrestlers for its road agents. "I'm actually a big fan of Orange Cassidy and his work, but in a company that has Arn Anderson, Jake Roberts, Taz, Billy Gunn, Christian Cage, Chris Jericho, Dustin Rhodes, and Sting in the locker room, shouldn't they be the ones being tapped to be road agents?" What do you guys think of AEW's decision? Was it a terrible one? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, 2 potential 2024 Royal Rumble venues. Now, as incredible as it may seem, the 2024 Royal Rumble is just 6 months away, and rumour has it that this year's PLE may be coming to Florida. PW Insider Elite reports the show could take place in Orlando or St. Petersburg. Wrestling News elaborated on things, saying Tropicana Field is currently the home of Major League Baseball outfit the Tampa Bay Rays and holds a capacity of over 42,000, although that may be different for a WWE setup. During the pandemic, the WWE Thunderdome was situated at Tropicana Field from December 2020 to April 2021, so the 2021 Royal Rumble actually took place there with no fans in attendance. As we previously reported, the WWE appears to be taking a measured approach to announcing its dates and locations, preferring to announce one at a time rather than the blanket approach it once took. The WWE has also been working hard to ensure that host cities pay a premium for the right to air PLEs, so it'll be interesting to see which cities are willing to do so. You may recall an earlier story that the reason that WWE hasn't run a WrestleMania in London is because the UK tourism hotspot feels it has no need to pay for events given its abundance of tourism. Next up, Seth Rollins tributes Rey Mysterio at a live event. Seth Rollins recently took time at a WWE live event in Monterrey to honor Rey Mysterio. Seth was in the ring with Rey when he remarked, "Thank you for everything you've done for me and for everyone else in the history of this business. We love you, you're the best." Rey Mysterio's status as a living legend is undeniable, but it's even more impressive when some of his fellow wrestlers honor him. What do you guys think of Seth Rollins' praise for Rey Mysterio? And finally, a SmackDown superstar's heartwarming interaction with a young fan. Last but not least, a young fan in Mexico City got the thrill of a lifetime when SmackDown superstar Santos Escobar interacted with them at a recent live event. According to a report from Inside the Ropes, the youngster was at a meet and greet when the child began to cry. Santos saw this and lifted the child up, setting him on the ring apron where Charlotte Flair and Cody Rhodes were present. The LWO superstar told the young fan, "I hope you're enjoying yourself. One of the many reasons why I became a wrestler was because of my dad, El Fantasma. He introduced me to the business and how to be a better person. And I feel like that Charlotte Flair and Cody Rhodes' reasons to be in the business would be very similar to mine. I hope you are very happy and that you enjoy your evening, okay?" What do you guys think of this fan interaction? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.